Hi, everyone. So here we have our very good friend, a fabulous coach, and also he's well known as the time coach. He's also VP of marketing. Iman, it's fabulous to have you with us. You are the last speaker of the 24 speakers as we've moved around, yay, as we've moved around the globe backwards from Qatar. We're touching Iran, which with only the half-hour time difference feels like you're close. And then we end in Qatar and Bahrain. So welcome, fabulous to have you here. I've made you co-host and it's over to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. First of all, it's a great honor, to be here with you all, especially Dr. Claire, my dear Samira, my dear coach, and everyone from my community and worldwide community. It's a great, great, great pleasure. And first of all, I would like to thank you all. We are going to talk about, especially EDI. And my topic is how to cultivate small for big, and also how highly effective people uh, create a meaningful life in the whole situation, all processes. So, first of all, I will go. If I want to link these two words, EDI and also effectiveness. We are living in the world that, success is a good word to sell. And people all over the world would like to be successful, but the meaning of success should be defined because it has to have a kind of meaningful thing. And if we want to bring meaning to success, we should go through effectiveness. Because if we want to go through, EDI, if we want to go equality, if we want to go diversity, if we want to go to inclusion, whatever it is, the whole soul, the whole concept will go to effectiveness. So my presentation today for you all would go through the effectiveness. So let's share my screen over here and just jump into the, okay. Just let me know if you can see my screen, guys.
We can, yay.
Fantastic. This is L3. Listen, learn, and live. Thank you, Dr. Claire. So I would like to make you go through a journey. And this journey will make everything possible. So I will turn off my video to remove all distractions from you and start the whole process with you. Just take a look at this picture. It has been designed. It has been recently, last night, it has been designed. And last night I decided to add this PowerPoint, this picture to my presentation. Just if you want to close your eyes, close it. If you want to have this picture, whatever it is, just take a look at deeply in the picture. It was a dark and stormy night. Captain, 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 wake up. Oh, what is it? We are really sorry to awakened you, but we have a serious problem. What is it? There is a ship in our sea lane about 20 miles away and then refused to move. Tell him to move. Sir, we have. They just won't move. I'll tell them. The captain goes out. Move starboard 20 degrees, the signal returns. Move starboard yourself 20 degrees. I can't believe this. Who is this joker? I mean, I am important. I am a captain. Let them know who I am. The signal goes out. This is Captain Horatio Hornblower, the 26. Move starboard 20 degrees at once. The signal returns. This is Seaman Carl Jones, the 3rd, commanding you to move starboard 20 degrees at once. What arrogance! We are a battleship. We let them know who we are. The signal goes out. This is the mighty Misery. The signal returns. This is the lighthouse. This is the problem that we are all facing in our lives. You know, EDI are the lighthouses that we should break ourselves, but we cannot break them. They are principles of our life. And we all need to break ourselves against these principles. We are living based on values, but our values should be based on these phenomenal principles. We cannot live without, equality. We cannot live meaningfully without diversity. We cannot live meaningfully without inclusion. And this is the most important part that make this event just flag. This event flag for me is to make natural giving possible. We are living in the world that we are all playing 2 important games. One important game, I'm back, guys. One game that we are living in. Okay, it's the game of who is right and who is wrong. Okay, I am right, you are wrong. And the other game that we all can play in this day and age is the life that make natural giving possible. And the sentence, the whole process of equality, inclusion, diversity, and whatever it is, as principle, as lighthouse, is to make natural giving possible. So I welcome you to watch this video, and let's get moving to this journey that we are all ahead.
So much of what we do in our personal lives and at the office is the result of the paradigms we hold. And what we do, in turn, affects the results we get.
Thanks for coming to the meeting today, everyone.
The word paradigm comes from the Greek root paradigma, meaning pattern, the pattern we expect to see, or the mental image of the way things are. We see everything through the perspective of our own paradigm. If you see your industry as one where growth is impossible, how does that affect what you do every day? And what results do you think you'll get from your actions? On the other hand, suppose you saw unlimited prospects for growth in your industry. How would that change your actions? What we see, our paradigms, determine what we do, which in turn determines what we get. And unless we consciously stand apart from and examine our paradigms, we might never see that perhaps many of them are distorted, short-sighted, or just flat out wrong. I remember a mini paradigm shift I experienced one Sunday morning on a subway in New York City. People were sitting very quietly, some reading, some resting with their eyes closed. Suddenly, a man and his children entered the subway car. The children ran yelling to the car, throwing things, grabbing people's newspapers. Their father sat down near me and closed his eyes and did nothing. I felt irritated. I could not believe he would let his children run wild like that. After a few minutes of patience and restraint, I turned to him and said, "Sir, your children are really disturbing a lot of people. I wonder if you could control them just a little more.
Yeah, you're right. I should do something. But we just came from the hospital where your mother died about an hour ago, and I guess they don't know how to handle it. I don't know how to handle it.
Can you imagine how I felt at that moment? My paradigm shifted. Suddenly I saw things differently. And because I saw differently, I thought differently. I felt differently. I acted differently. My irritation vanished. Compassion flowed freely. I wanted to help instead of criticizing and complaining. Once you see things as they really are, you'll think, feel, and act differently. And you'll do it automatically, spontaneously. Can you see why paradigms are deeper than attitudes and behavior? If you want to make minor changes in your life, work on your behavior. But if you want to make significant quantum breakthroughs, work on your paradigms.
So, I'm back, guys. So we all in this day and age, we all need a new paradigm. We shouldn't just stick to to behavior, to attitudes of people, to change, to see the world in a different way. We need a new paradigm. We need a flourishing, a prosperous paradigm to be able to see the world. This is the best. If I want to say, what is Iman's most important sentence in life is this: we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. You see the world as you are. We all as human beings have mental images, have our own expectations, have our own statements in our lives. So in order to bring equality, diversity, and also most importantly inclusion, we all need a new paradigm, a new eyeglasses to see the world as it is, to feel the world, to feel people around us, not playing the game of who is right or who is wrong. Okay, how can I guess? Okay, if you are right or I am right. Okay, whatever it is, just let it be and play the game of natural giving. We should be able to live this language of life and make this paradigm possible. So if I want to move to paradigm of time management, I will talk to you just less than 5 minutes about time management, because I wanted everyone knows, especially for the inclusion side, for the diversity side, and whatever it is, we need to bring time management in our lives. And time management, everyone think that time management is clock management. It's a nonsense thing to say. Time management is brain clock management, and we should bring this paradigm to bring equality to all humanity. That's why I'm saying that time management, guys, is pain management. You know what? All human behavior, just write it down, guys. All human behavior is escape from discomfort. If we are doing something in case of, escaping from something, if we are distracting ourselves with something, if we want to do something and we are not doing, if we are waiting for Monday to come to start going to gym and we are not doing it, that's because we are struggling with distraction. We are escaping from the pain of this discomfort, and we should be able to know this paradigm. The other one is time management, is relationship management. You know, equality, diversity, and inclusion, based on its principle, it's relationship management. We should be able to see the world as it is. We don't see the world as we are. You know, this is the most important part, that all relationships, all connections are the flavors of our life, and what we have done in our life to bring this phenomenal effect. How many books have we read about relationship? And we should be able to do this, to go ahead with a flourishing time. The other one, time management, is habits management. We should be able to create new habits, change our previous, you know, our bad habits. I don't want to say bad habits. I say ineffective habits. We should be able to change this. And also, time management is health management. We should have a healthy body. We should have a, you know, healthy stomach, healthy mind. You know, most people think of going to gym. I always stick to not only going to physical gym. We need to be able to go to mental gym. You know, we have to have this mental gym to be able to live a prosperous life. And lastly but not least, lifetime management is life management. And this is the most important thing. Don't think of it, okay, if I want to go ahead with time management, I should have a to-do list. Forget to-do list. It's life management. I should have principle-based values first, and then go through planning and whatever it is. So I would like you guys, because we were talking about cultivating small for big, I would like to go ahead with one teeny tiny exercise for you all. I would like you to write down something like 20 worries that you have right now. And whatever it is, 20 worries. What are your worries? What are your concerns about these days, about your future life, about your past life, whatever it is? Write around something like 20 worries that you have got right now. You have something like 2 minutes. Come on, guys. Claire, guys, if you have any question, just raise your hand and don't let me talk, because if I want to talk, I will talk till tomorrow morning, and this event will be, you know, something else. I'm sorry, Claire. I'm the host right now. I'm sorry about it, my dear.
We're all busy writing, and we love your voice, Iman.
Thank you. So write down 20 worries. What worries do you have? You know, you have worries. You are worried about your, for example, your child life. For example, your marriage life. You're worried about your future. You're worried about your, how to say, your academic, background. Your academic background. For example, resume in future. You're worried about the situation in your country. You are worried about weather. You are worried about economy. Wow, this is awesome. Who is not worried about the economy? Okay, you are worried about, for example, the situation in the world. You're worried about equality, diversity, and inclusion. Are you worried about it? Are you really worried about it? Just jot it down. If you have jotted it down, just let me know, guys. Okay. Because I want to get somewhere, especially with EDI. Done? Okay. Right now, Ella, go ahead.
Yes, do you have my voice?
Yes, I have your voice.
Yes, I wanted to say this is so weird because when you're thinking about your worries, it seems that there are lots of problems that you have and they are so big. But when you start writing them on the paper, you say just, oh, they finished. They were just like 15 or 16 or something. I mean, they were
Okay.
so small, that smaller than what we already thought about it.
Yeah, this is the most important part. But this is another exercise that I will go ahead with that. Try to remember whatever worries you have got at this moment, and just jot it down. Whatever it is, just write it down. Okay? Soraya.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Yes, hi.
I'm happy being here. So glad. I cannot describe it. Okay, Iman, I wrote some of my worries or concerns, and I will talk about some more important, the most important ones. One of them is that nowadays I'm really challenging with is about the parenting in our community. How parenting should be in our country. Something that I'm challenging with these days, and I'm thinking about that.
Guys,
Economical issues of
yes, if these are yours, you can cheat and write it down. If you know this is cheat sheet for worries. If you have something, you can cheat in this exact exercise. It's okay. Go ahead, Soraya.
Since I met you and I'm participating in your class, one of the other worries that, or is better to say concerns, that is added to my life is how can I affect the world, and how my portion, my portion, how much is my portion to change the world? Just maybe around me, but the effect of myself on the world.
Soraya, I will bring you back. Okay. So just because we are moving forward, I will bring you back because I want to talk to you all one by one, just in 1 minute. Okay, I will bring you back because I want to move toward the next step of this exercise. So thank you, Soraya. I'll I will just raise your hand again. I would like to talk to you all. I will go ahead with the next step. Okay, write down which one of these worries you have complete total control over, and which one of these worries you don't have that much control over. Just jot it down. Which one you have control, which one you have influence over, and which one you don't have any control over. For example, about the economy, really, do you have control over? About, for example, sexism, about ageism, do you have control over? About, for example, about your behavior, do you have control over? About your, for example, your academic background, have you got control over? Just write it down. I would like to categorize these with two things: proactivity and reactivity. If you are done, thumbs up. Which one do you have control over and which one you don't have control over? Oh my God, oh my God. See all beautiful people over here. Thank you guys. Oh my God, oh my God. This is great. So, okay. So I would like to take you to this journey. The journey of proactivity and reactivity. I had a grandma. Guys, just be with me. I had a grandmother, something like, she passed away around 3 years ago at the age of something like 90 to 91. She passed away at that age. And whenever I met her, she was complaining about the price of soft drink in our country because she really likes Coke. Even at the age of 90, we were asking her, "Grandma, please don't drink this Coke. It's not healthy for you." But she was really into Coke. Coke, Fanta, whatever it is. As long as it is, sparkling water, she was into. You know, whenever we saw her, you know, she was complaining, you know, for example, when I was something like 10 years old, she was complaining, oh, it was for example, whenever I was a child, it was in something like 5 cents, right now it's $5. And you know, after that we saw her, you know, at the age of, so for example, I was 15, okay, it was that price, and right now is this price. Every day is increasing, every day is increasing. This is, you know, I call my grandmother, you know, God bless her, I really love her. But this attitude is reactivity. You know, the simplest way to act upon thing is to be reactive. Just things happen, I react to them. But the most important thing, if we want to go ahead with EDI, is not reactivity, is not hashtag, is not just talking about it. It's proactivity. As a proactive person, what can I do? What steps I have influence, I have control over? Then I will go through this journey, and then I will be effective. You know, effectiveness is not about being reactive. It's all about being proactive. You should work on yourself first and then talk about it, work on it. Nelson Mandela, 20 years in, you know, in prison in Robben Island. It was something like crazy. But, you know, the situation changed, but the values, the principal values does not change. For example, his value was liberty. Even in prison, he was living in liberty. That's the paradigm, that's the life, that's the power of focus on the things that we have control, we have influence over. So I welcome you all to watch this, and then we go through the last journey that we are going toward.
As we go about our lives, we operate in two circles. The first is our circle of concern. These are things that we care about, or may even affect us, but over which we have little or no control. The second is our circle of influence. These are things which we can control or influence. When people are reactive, they focus on the outer circle. They spend time and energy on things that they really can do nothing about. As a result, their circle of influence shrinks. When people are proactive, they focus on their inner circle of influence, where their efforts will make a positive difference in relationships and results. As a result, their circle of influence grows. Listen as Stephen shares an experience where one man increased his effectiveness by focusing on his inner circle of influence.
This principle worked powerfully for one executive. His boss was creative, talented, capable, and brilliant, and everyone knew it. But he had a very dictatorial style of management.
So you take this position in my office. But with Insight Plus, we plan to add 8 new features.
No. Adding, no, reducing. Take a seat. The net effect was that he alienated almost the entire executive team surrounding him.
It's vital that we push a simpler device.
But one of the executives was proactive. He took the initiative, he anticipated, he empathized. This man focused on his own circle of influence.
He reversed mind strategy right in front of my
Yeah, he did the same on Claire's meeting last Friday.
He read the situation. He was not blind to the president's weaknesses, but instead of criticizing them, he would compensate for them. He read with empathy the president's underlying concern.
Simplify for success.
Where the president was weak in his style, he tried to buffer his own people and make such weaknesses irrelevant. And he'd work with the president's strengths, his vision, talent, creativity. He anticipated the president's need.
Guys, I really need those reports for the meeting at 3 o'clock.
So when he presented information, he also gave his analysis and his recommendations based on that analysis.
So my idea was
Little by little, his circle of influence continued to expand to the extent that eventually no one made any significant moves in the organization without that man's involvement and approval, including the president. The president did not feel threatened because this man's strength complemented his strength and compensated for his weaknesses. So he had the strength of two people, a complementary team.
For example, I did discover that.
This man's success was not dependent on his circumstances. It was his chosen response to those circumstances, his focus on his circle of influence, that made all of the difference.
So the thing is that life acts, we react. Everyone think that, everything in life has got two parts, two parameters. Life act, we react. Life act, we react. But the thing is that in reality, life acts, we react. But in between, we think. Whenever we are talking about, for example, diversity, and we want to bring that diversity in our lives, we should be able to not focus on the reaction. We should be able to focus on the middle part. What is the middle part? The part that we are contemplating, we are thinking, we are interpreting, we are working on ourselves. And trust me, guys, trust me, if one person wants to influence the world, the focus should be on the circle of influence. Circle of influence are the worries that we have influence and control over. And the only thing that we have control over is the things that are directly related to us. My behavior, my attitude, my paradigm, my health, my life. And if I'm worried about, for example, I'm worried about the behavior of my, for example, wife, it will go through circle of concern because I don't have control over my wife, even. So if I want to influence my wife, I should work on my behavior. I should learn more how to connect with an opposite sex, and then go ahead, make this concern to our influence. Guys, EDI is all about influence, as long as we work on ourselves. If we want to make a change in the world, we should be that change first, initially. If we want to change the world with just reaction, with just hashtag, with just something like, okay, with just worries, with just concern, with just complaining, nagging, criticizing, these are not working. These will bring violence to the world. If we want to bring peace, if we want to make natural giving possible, we should be able to know how to negotiate. And if I want to negotiate, I should work myself on my negotiation first. And most importantly, because this is the last session, I have got just a topic of surprise, because the first session in this phenomenal event was about reflection. And I would like to close this event with my word, with the power of reflection. Guys, okay, I don't know if I'm concentrated during the day on the circle of concern or circle of influence. Just jot it down, write it down, and trust me, try to forget, try to just throw out all the concerns that you don't have control over with. This is the power of time management. If you want to manage your time, you should bring capacity to your mind, to your brain, then work on it. So forget, just throw out all the concerns that you don't have control over and bring it into your influential zone. That what can I do to bring, bring equality to the world? What can I do? What can I do effectively, practically to bring it? So if I want to go ahead with this, I should go through the art of reflection. And it's really it's not good to talk in front of my master about reflection, because Dr. Claire is the power, is the powerful woman about reflection in the globe. So I will just go ahead with some teeny tiny parts. I'm sorry, my master. Then you just modify me, whatever it is. You are welcome to modify me. Your revisions are always, welcome. Guys, think of a mirror. Think of life without a mirror. Okay? Think of your life without any mirror. You wake up in the morning, you are, you are washing your face, just you don't have any mirror. You want to, wear your clothes. You don't have any mirror. You go out and you want to buy a suit, or you want to buy a beautiful clothes, but you don't have any mirror. You are driving, but you don't have any mirror. Rear view mirror, you don't have any mirror. And think of your life without any mirror. How is it? It's frustrating. It's not the life that I really want to, because in the morning I would like to see myself in the mirror to see whether, for example, is there any dirt on my face. Whenever I buy suit, I would like to see it in my, body, and okay, this doesn't suit me. This doesn't fit. I don't like it. I should be able to. Even in driving, I should have a rear view, mirror, and this much. But I should have it. I should pay attention even to my past. Power of reflection is the power of mirroring in my life. If I have a physical mirror in my life, I should have a mental mirror in my life too. And what is that mental mirror? That mental mirror is the thing that, we always see the world, see the world. We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. As we are. Just trust me. We see the world as we are. If you see the sadness, you might be sad. I'm sorry to say that. If you see the beauty, you are the beauty. If you see effectiveness, you are effectiveness. So this is the power of reflection, to have this mental image, mental paradigm, mental mirror. And sometimes, especially at night, in Time Coach program, we have a very good reflection. We do the reflection during the day, in the morning time, and in the evening time. Whenever you wake up, you have to reflection. You have to sit down, meditate, and do this power of, reflection. Where do I want to go? Who I want to become? And in the evening time, before you go to bed, you have to reflect, you have to journal, you have to jot it down that what were your achievements, teeny tiny achievement during these days. Have you been able to go through this phenomenal journey of life? And this is these two are the most important mirrors of our life. The power of coaching is this, to help people to reflect on themselves. I don't want to reflect on you. You should be able to see the reflection in you. And this is the power of reflection. Dr. Claire, I would like you to add something to my, to my words, especially about reflection.
I absolutely love your analogy in terms of the mirror. So I'm going to put a word in the chat, and I did mention it on one of the sessions yesterday.
Yeah.
So the word intimacy,
Yes.
and some people, what's the word in Farsi for intimacy?
Samimiyet.
Okay, I can't quite pronounce that, but yes.
You should be able to do it. Samimiyet.
Samimiyet.
Yes, yes, yes.
Samimiyet. There we go.
Yes. You were
So,
the teacher.
I need to learn more. So with intimacy, samimiyet, what's important is thinking of it as this: intimacy, into me, see.
See.
And when we see into ourselves, we can learn and open up and have spaciousness to learn so much about others. And when we reflect on ourselves, that's when we can shift the behaviors to enable us to really make a positive transformational impact upon our worlds.
Yes, yes, that's awesome. If I want to add to your words, intimacy, into me, see. This is the most important part about intimacy, because what to say about these successful books, these yellow books. These yellow books have ruined everybody's life. That you should be busy. If you are not busy, you are not a businessman. Busy man, busyness. If you want to be business man, if you want to be successful, you always have to be busy and something like this. And you don't have to, for example, you don't have to sleep. You just should work hard and hard and hard and hard. This is the most important, this is the cancer of EDI, I suppose. Just to work hard and hard. Okay, just sometimes you should just stop, look, and go. You should be kind to yourself. We are living in the procrastination era, that everyone is procrastinating. And one of the most phenomenal thing about procrastination is that people are not kind to themselves. People cannot look into the mirror of themselves. I don't like to see it. I want to go to gym, but I don't like to face it. This is the most important part. We don't have that much we have relationship with everyone, but we don't have relationship with ourselves. So EDI, inclusion, equality, diversity will start within, not without. We should look for equality within. Am I equal with myself? Am I observing? Am I obeying the rules of diversity within myself? Am I accepting myself as a human being with all failures? If yes, you can spread it to world. You can reflect it to the globe. And this is the most important part. So I will stop talking, because if I talk, I will talk. You will lose the conference. I'm sure about. So if anyone, guys, have got any question, because I don't have the chat box over here, because I would like to focus more on this. So let's stop sharing and be able to over here. Oh my God, how many? Okay. So if you have got any question, I'll be here answering all yours. You just Ella.
Yes, do you have my voice?
Yes.
Very good. The question that I had is this, that, okay, we talk about how we are the main point, we have to focus on what we can do, but in practice sometimes what makes us happy is in the future. You know, like for example, a simple example is that, for example, you love someone so deeply and you're only happy when you reach to that person in the future, like when you marry that person or whatever. So when you feel like you're alone right now, you don't have that thing or that person, you feel that you're not enough, you're not good enough. How can we deal with that problem? I mean, when we
Oh,
don't have a problem, it's easy to talk about it, but in action, it's different.
yes, in action. First of all, we should define the meaning of happiness. You know, what is the definition of happiness? And what is the soul into happiness? Unfortunately, we have been sold this happiness, that if you want to be happy, you have to earn this. You have to have this. You have to have this car, that car. You have to earn that man. You have to marry this person. But the most important thing about happiness is not having, is being. If I want to go ahead with a prosperous life, I should focus on my being, not on my having. Because Dr. Martin Seligman nicely said, if I want to focus on having, okay, these
Okay.
all things, these all having that you will have, it habituates. It habituates. You know, it will be normal after a week. Even if you marry that person that you wanted to live with for 10 years, after a year, everything will go back to normal. And as you say, you might tell yourself, oh, was this the thing that I was waiting for 10 years in my life? Oh my God, this is the, you know, the nature of human being, to habituate. And this is the problem, the most problematic part. But if you focus on your being, okay, who do you want to become? Where do you want, you know, where do you want to affect? And what are your principle-based values? And live those values. This is the meaningful happiness. Because most people think of happiness as joy, as pleasure. But the thing is that we are forgetting meaning. We are forgetting meaning. You know, for sometimes, you know, sometimes something, you know, there are something, if you go out and help people who have cancer, you know, you go to a, for example, as an NGO, you go to a place and help people who have cancer. It doesn't have any enjoyment. It doesn't have any joy in it. But you are doing something meaningful in your life. And with this meaning, we should bring two most important thing in our life. One, joy. Two, meaning. These are two things that should bring into our happiness. You know, with just joy and joy and joy. Okay, why the hell? You know, especially for example in Japan, the amount of suicide is higher than many countries. Are they living in a very bad situation? No, they are one of the most prosperous countries in the world. Why, for example, all these celebrities commit suicide? Why the hell? You know, for example, Britney Houston, with a you know, heaven voice she has got, but she committed suicide. I'm not judging her, God bless her, but most people just focus on their pleasancy, to have this, to have an airplane, to have that, to have this, but they are not focusing on their being. But for example, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, Robin Sharma, Dr. Claire, these people are people who focus on their being, B-E-I-N-G. Who do you want to become? And this will affect all your happiness. This is not my word. This is the word that comes from positive psychology. It comes from ACT, you know, ACT, you know, acceptance, commitment, therapy. It comes from all, you know, meaningful businessmen all over the world.
You know, there is a problem with that because, like, when you say, okay, being is more important than getting, okay, and this being is related to the values that we have, and we already talked about it. Like, for example, my values are being responsible, being, I don't know, having some features that from 0 to 10, I might have like 3 from 10. So based on that, I'm not really close to those values. So I feel like my being right now has some, problems, like I am not enough based on those values. So
Yeah.
again, I feel unhappy with that.
I know. So cultivate small for big. Just remember the first day you wanted to buy a bicycle. Did you just buy that bicycle with a professional way? Of course not. You fall down, and you went through this journey step by step, step by step. And this is the power of nature. The thing is that we are always in hurry. Okay, you should be in hurry. You should go that. You should do this. You don't have time. You don't have time. So I'm not good enough. I'm not well enough. I'm not wealthy enough. Okay, just forget this and cultivate small for big, teeny tiny habits, teeny tiny routines that can help you to cultivate these values in your life. And after a year, if you just go through your, just work on your, for example, your values, just 1% each day, 1%, you will be changing 365% by the end of the year. This is the power of tiny, teeny, tiny, teeny, tiny steps. Cultivate small for big.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ella. Okay.
Iman, I've shared one little tip in the chat box. 2 minutes, everyone can even do it now. If you think about what you cannot be with, what you cannot stand, what you absolutely, you get that feeling when you're around it. Think about those things for a minute. So I've given the example of I cannot be with abuse and abusers. That's one thing. Think about what you cannot stand. And then take a breath and a step back and flip it completely. And that goes to your values. So I cannot be with abuse because I value freedom. Fabulous activity. Thank you for letting me dip in, Iman.
Thank you. No, thank you. So any other question? Come on, guys. Shahzad. How many people are over there? I cannot count it. Claire, I don't have you.
Sorry, 74 of us here. Yay!
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You are all awesome. Okay, good. Any other question? Come on, guys. Sanas. Rima, Fatemeh.
Yes, you may. Someone said, may I in the chat box?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Iman.
Yes.
My question is that I always think about a borderline, about everything. I need a borderline to understand what is reality and what is not, what is yellow books and what is not, what is real life and what is metaphorical life. And I always lose that borderline. What is that borderline that can help me?
Okay, fantastic, phenomenal question. If I want to clarify it, I will go through three type of word that we have. I change the word of life to the word of words. WORLD. We are living mostly in three types of words that we have. We have real word, we have perceptive word, your perception words, we have our perceptions, and we have our own quality words. You know, something happened in real world, but in between we have some filters. We have total acknowledgement filter, we have value filters, we have senses that are filters. For example, something happened in real world, I just pass these all happening to be past that happening through these filters, and that occurrence, that happening will come through my perception word, and I check that word, that perception word with my quality word to see whether what behavior should I came through. The border, the actual border that we have got are three, Amir Muhammad. First field, we have three filters. One filter is our senses. You know, whatever is outside your, for example, your visual sense, your hearing sense, whatever your eyesight, whatever is it, what it is outside is the first border. The second border is the border of total acknowledgement. For example, if someone talk here in French, you know, I cannot understand it, so that won't pass that filter. And the third filter is our value filter. Okay, how I put value in these sorts of things. So these three filters are the borders. The thing is that as long as, you know, we have our sense, with meditation, you can, you know, you can clean this first sense filter. You can see more clearly. You can hear more clearly. This is clarifying your first border. Second border, total acknowledgements. If whenever you read more, you increase your, you know, knowledge, your skills, or whatever it is. You learn French, for example, you learn Spanish, you read different books about philosophy, about success, about, you know, history, about nature. You will clarify and you will bring this border, you know, a clarity. And thirdly, value. Whenever you know all your values, okay, these are my values, and you just work on your values, you clarify this border again. So we have three main important, you know, concepts that make these borders much more clear, my dear.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amir.
Any more questions?
We have 4 minutes left. Come on, guys.
Oh, there's a question in the chat. Dr. Mohammed, I had a question, disappeared among the message. What is the relation of being, you said, with mindfulness? Are they the same meanings?
Okay, love you too, first of all. Thank you. I forgot. Whenever someone loves me, I forgot everything about the thing. The thing is that, you know, we have got, Iman Sahwan will ask question after that. We have got meditation, mindfulness, deep breath work, and whatever it is. I'm just saying that, guys, don't stick to any sort of program. Just work on the things that bring you to here and now, whatever it is. Because the most important thing, the cancer of our time is just our mind is stuck in past or future, past and future, past and future, and this will bring anxiety. This will bring depression. This will bring everything that was abnormal 40 years ago, but it's normal right now. Can you believe, you know, Claire, you know, I've been living in Poland, and in TV, you know, antidepressant products were advertising, you know, something like 4 years ago. It's not normal. You know, in advertising, we should have a bicycle, a child, and for example, a Cheetos, something like this, not antidepressant products. It's really weird. We are living in a weird era. You know, if you ask a child, for example, okay, if you want to, you know, if you want to be born in which era, they will surely say this time. But unfortunately, the problem is that we are not happy because our mind is stuck in future, in the past. That's why we are facing many things. So my suggestion is to go through anything, even one sticker. My master Samira over here is the master of stickers. Even one sticker that bring you now and here, that's awesome. Okay, mindfulness, go ahead with that. Being, go ahead, whatever it is, but go through this journey of now and being. Iman Sahwan.
Hi, Iman.
Hi
Top
dear.
of Pratik. Hi. It's not a question, it's just a reflection about the knowledge filter that you said. It's
Yes.
even sometimes we need to ask. I think sometimes because we don't know this information, maybe we will go with a long a journey to have the same thing, and we have to do. We can't do it if we ask. Can we do it in this way, for example? And I just would like to add this, and I would like to reflect on Ila. I think she has a question. I would like to say, you are whole. We don't need someone to complete us. We don't go to find someone to complete us. We are whole by ourselves.
Fantastic.
That's it. Not a
Fantastic,
question.
Iman is a very, I know Iman is one of my best friends and classmates in Bahrain. She is awesome. She's an awesome coach. And thank you. And Ella, yes, this is the power of vulnerability that we should face. We are just we don't have any more time, Claire, my dear, or we have just one more sentence.
One more sentence is absolutely fine for you, Iman.
Okay, how to reduce resistance in the way of change and reluctancy to come back to our safe area. First of all, work on your paradigm, not attitude, not behavior. Work on your belief system. Just try to work on your irrational beliefs and bring rationality to them. Dr. Albert Ellis phenomenally said this. This is the, most of our resistance in our lives come from within, come from beliefs that were created toward us from our childhood to here. I'm not enough. What if I cannot, oh, they will laugh at me. I shouldn't be able to, I shouldn't be able to fail. I should be always success. These are the most important breaks in our lives. So resistance equal irrational beliefs. It has got many aspects. But first and foremost is irrational belief.
Claire, can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Iman, what about religion? Is religion a paradigm?
If I want to go through this, religion is a part of our belief system. We have a belief system that has got many childs. A belief has got, a child is religion, a child is values, a child is principles, whatever it is, it is coming out of the belief system that we have. Of course, paradigm is the eyeglass that we are just wearing, we are just putting on. Religion can be the paradigm, the belief system that can be the paradigm, our values can be the paradigm. It's just an eyeglass that we are wearing. We are seeing the world with that instrument, with that device. It can be.
How can we reconcile differences in religion then, like Sunni and Shia paradigms? religions. How do we reconcile those?
Yes, actually, I'm not really, professional in this area, in the area of, religion and these sorts of things. So I don't know. First of all, I don't know because I'm not that much expert in this area. We should bring someone. But the thing is that whenever we are living in the world that's different, we are living in a world of diversity. We are living in a world of different people, different whatever it is. And if we accept that diversity, we don't call this and that. We are calling everything as human being with different belief system, with different eyeglasses. That is the way it is in just the thing it is.
Thank you, Iman.
Thank you, my dear.
Iman, you're a superstar. You share so much, so generously, and thank you for giving up your time for this fabulous cause and being here with us in this conference.
It was really great being here in front of you, presenting in front of you as one of the, I was sweating at first, something like this, in front of Dr. Claire. It's, she is an ocean that I'm just a, teeny tiny drop. And it's really hard to, to talk in front of Dr. Claire. Thank you, my master. Thank you. It was great. Welcome you all. It was really great to have you all, my friends, my coaches, my clients over here. And thank you all. Just, namaste to everyone.
Stay with us all for